Hey guys, Jay here and welcome back to the channel. So don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, hit the notifications bell to stay informed. There's a lot of different stuff going on in the crypto ecosystem. I've got a Ponky video coming today and I've got an XRP video coming, and then you've got your Luna Classic video here. And the Luna Classic ecosystem is absolutely buzzing at the moment. There's a lot of opportunity and there's definitely a lot more eyes looking at this side of things than there are looking at the Luna side of things. So the general bar date for filing claims in the Chapter 11 bankruptcy cases against TFL has been set to August 9th, 2024 at 5 p.m. This means if you have any claims against TFL that arose before January 21st, 2024, or against TLL that arose before July 1st, 2024, you'll need to file them by the general bar date to ensure your claim is considered. So something I'm starting to take away from this is the simple fact that the big man is probably going to do better than the small man in this situation. And I'm not just seeing that here in Europe or in the United States. We're also seeing this in South Korea, and we'll get onto that shortly, but I'll leave a link to this in the description for those of you that were affected by the crash. If you fall within these states, this is definitely something you shouldn't say, well, maybe I wouldn't get anything. You should try anyway. You never know what's going to happen, and we don't know the true intent of the SEC moving forward. So let's take a look at this next article, and this one really stood out to me, and this is it's a middle ground for me. I'm not unhappy and I'm not also happy about this because of the simple fact that once again, it's how of all of the people that have suffered throughout this crash, the people who are being made whole already are people like Do Kwon's wife, who's been able to recover seized real estate assets. And this isn't just a small house worth, you know, a couple $10,000. This is $177 million asset preservation order against Do Kwon, but the court has now suspended the execution of the foreclosure on these properties pending final confirmation from the judgment. And I really think this is an interesting viewpoint for the Luna community to look at and understand that every single one of you that are involved in this, you are just a number on a piece of paper. Do Kwon's wife doesn't care whether you are made whole or not. All she cares about is if her kids are going to have a roof over her head, and if Do Kwon's got a home to come home to once he's finished serving his sentence wherever he may end up. And that is the bite to crunch when it comes down to it. I'm pretty sure if you put yourself in that position, you'd probably feel the same way. These people aren't paying my bills. They're not paying for the roof over my head. I need these properties back. But this then leaves the Luna community in a situation where you need to say to yourselves, how have they managed to do this? Considering anyone who takes over TFL, as stated by TFL, anyone who takes over as a centralized body will be responsible for the legal battles that are still ongoing in South Korea. So how is it, right, that these properties and this portfolio, right, which is worth around $177 million, has managed to slip through the net? How has this much money made its way back to the family of Do Kwon? And although that may sound kind of selfish, a lot of people were affected by this. A lot of people, there's a lot of substantial evidence to show that there was a serious amount of foul play. So this is definitely something we should take notice of. We should start to understand, like I was saying at the beginning, the big man's probably going to prosper better than the small man in this situation. But at least people know now. At least now there's evidence and facts there to back up what a lot of us have been saying this whole time, that Chris was hired to handle the bankruptcy case as smoothly and as efficiently as possible. And that's what he did. That is exactly what he did. And we can see that there's a lot of different people that are upset with it. So let's keep this moving forward, because this wallet in itself is a myth. It's a weird urban legend at this point, and it just does nothing adds up with this wallet. And what I've been thinking recently is the the stuff that came up in the court case, right? All of the different facts that came to light. And one of the strongest points during the court case that were used really as motivational evidence was the fact that Do Kwon and Daniel Shin had conspired to falsify transactions. And this is shown in a chat log that was leaked. And the excuse for this was they were taken out, these messages are taken out of context. But when you look at this, you can discern that this is a situation that hasn't actually been taken out of context. You can't really take these messages out of context. It's not impossible, but it's just a situation where you're unable to do it because it literally is like catching someone with red paint on their hands and them saying to you, well, that they haven't touched the red paint today. So let's look at these messages. So the first one is, I can just create fake transactions that look real, which will generate fees, and we can wind that down as Chai grows. And then the second message is, all the power to those that can prove it's fake, because I will try my best to make it indiscernible. I won't tell if you won't. So as you can see, like I was saying, you can't really take these out of context. And this is why this helped so much in the court case and why it was so motivational for the jury to go off of this. So what I would then say to myself is, and what I've been thinking a lot, there's redacted information that's not available to us. That's been confirmed by TFL and it's been confirmed in the court documents. Now, the wallets that are starting to burn, all of this strange movements we've got around all of these delegations, these undelegations, the billions of coins moving, it all leading back to Binance, I would sit and say to myself, maybe they already have a system in place which enables them to do something similar to this. Because if they had got to the point of saying, I can just create fake transactions that look real, this in itself is an admission. This is an admission that they can do this and it will generate the fees and they will be able to wind it down as Chai grows. This to me says they had the ability to do it. So does this mean they still have the ability to do it? Absolutely, of course they do. Because at the end of all of this, the transaction histories for everything are APIs that are called from the blockchain itself. It calls that data from the blockchain. And yes, it can be manipulated. Yes, we have seen people manipulate the circulating and total supplies previously with a custom API key, which came from Hexagon. So it is doable. And this leaves us in a position where we start to think to ourselves, are they not able to do this currently? And it would lead me back to my question of what is going on with this wallet. How is this wallet able to absorb the best part of 2.3 billion LUNC coins, but not have that all show up in the wallet, not have a point of trackable history for those transactions? These are all things I'm starting to absorb, I'm starting to take in, I'm starting to look deeper, because like I've been saying, this wallet just has a very small amount of history. I'm going to leave links to absolutely all of this in the comments section. Do go in, do have a look. This is really good news for us. To just break it down here at the end, it's so positive, it's such good news, it's such good movement going forward, and everybody's interested in Luna Classic, and definitely more interested in Luna Classic than they were in Luna previously. But let me know what you think about all of this. As I was saying at the beginning of the video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notifications bell to stay informed, and I'll catch you in the next one.